स्वागत है दोस्तों आप सभी को हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पर। आज हम देखेंगे द हिंदू का क्विज based on 16th October edition of New Delhi. On the top of first article we have the up to 30% of here we have a news item about MLAs headline. So we are going to look about the concept not from political point of view. What's the masala is all masala is what's going on there, but from our point of competitive exams, what we need to take, what we need to note down. So here I have framed a few questions based on the topic with reference to MLA. Which of the following are correct? UP has the highest number of MLAs. Statement one, statement two: no seats are reserved for SC or ST in assembly elections. All states in India have more than 60 MLAs. The maximum strength of a state assembly is fixed at 500. Here the question is, which of the following are correct? So here correct becomes UP. Yes, the UP has the highest number of MLAs, and here no seats are reserved for ST and ST in assembly elections. No, the statement is false. Actually, we have certain seats are reserved for SC and ST. Only the candidates from that category can contest elections. And here the statement, we have another statement: all states in India have more than 60 MLAs. Yes or no? Yes, majority of the states have more than 60 MLAs, but there are few exceptions like Mizoram, Sikkim, and 2 3 states. Uh, It's better if you know it, because in this year prelims, a question has been asked about the vote value of MLA comparing with Arunachal Pradesh and Pondicherry, the vote value of the Madhya Pradesh and Kerala. So we should know about the state-wise strength of legislative assembly. They may ask you to arrange the following states in the increasing order or decreasing order based on the legislative assembly strength. So we must be prepared to whatever the question may come. We must be better able to tackle that question. The maximum strength of a state assembly is fixed at 500. Yes, the constitution is fixed at 500. Here we have another news item. MS Gill, ex-poll panel chief and minister dead. With reference to chief election commissioner, which of the following are false? The Constitution of India specifies qualification, tenure, and composition of election commission. The second statement, leave it, it's incomplete. The third statement is post-retirement election commission or chief election commissioner are barred from taking up any job under government. Here the question is all about the false. So yes, the Constitution of India specifies qualification. No, it's certainly no. So we must be very clear about the concepts. So we must study about chief election commissioner. It is a constitutional body, election commission of India. The post retirement, they are not barred from taking up any government job, unlike but in case of state public service commission members and union public service commission members and chairmen, there has been a bar on taking up further employment under the state. And even the CAG post retirement, he can't take up any job under the government. Here we have another news article, news item. We have new investments slowed again in Q2. So the, what is Q2 here? Quarter two. In view of slowing investment, what measures can be taken by government? We all know that all the states in India or means they want more investment. What measures can be taken? Reducing that electricity tariff, or labor reforms, or skill development, or giving cheaper credit, or faster clearances of establishing a business manufacturing, like single window policy. Here, if the same question comes in mains, you should be able to answer it in a very beautiful manner. So I have collected a statement from from the article. Among the states, Odisha and Telangana emerged as top two states, accounting for over a third of proposed investments. So you imagine. So generally, we think that Maharashtra is the top state attracting investment as Mumbai, but here the state data proves that Odisha and Telangana are top attracting investment states. So Maharashtra was third place. In case of statement comes, we should be very clear. We should not imagine something. Oh, what is a developing state? Why it will attract investment? We should not be so. Here, our studies should be based on data, facts, and the article we should extract what is important from our UPSC perspective. Here we have another article, Virinam Port and Maritime Map. So we should know Virinam map is in Kerala. It's a, it's believed to be it will be a transshipment port. What is transshipment port? We'll buy goods and we'll import here, and from there we will reload, re-export. The transshipment like Colombo, Singapore, we have called port of call, where the ships come to refuel water, fuel. So we should be aware of these terms and it is being used. Which of the following are private ports? Mundra, we have Mundra, Pipau, Krishnapatnam. All the above three are private ports. The Mundra port it has celebrated recently 25 years of successful operation. It was the largest commercial port in India, private port. It is in Gujarat. Even Pipau is also in Gujarat. Krishnapatnam is in Andhra Pradesh. So you must know the location of ports, because in this year a question has come about ports with three statements. So now each question is like the multiple questions are coming inside the statement. Krishnapatnam port, Andhra Pradesh. Match the following. Which of the following are correctly matched? Like that, the questions are being asked now. So we should know some what are the names some major and minor ports. And hinterland means the area they serve and what goods they mainly import export. And here we have another news article like heavy rain in parts of Kerala. Orange alert issued. We all must know what is orange alert, before how many hours it is issued. Yellow alert before how many hours it is issued before a cyclone. Or green alert when it is issued. We had another news article, Olympian Heights. It talks about the India's we are our India is planning to host 2036 Olympics. I hope India will definitely host that Olympics. We should sincerely try our best to host Olympics as soon as possible, as many even smaller countries are now hosting Olympics like South Korea. We are a big country. We must, when we are saying that we are going to rise as superpower, we should also become a sports superpower. All over the world, we admire Usain Bolt as a fastest runner. We start comparing someone if someone runs better. So the sports has this potential to act as a soft power. That means to make India attractive, to make India appealing to the foreign people. So the sports give economic and social cultural impact. Imagine every tournament, how many pro kabaddi league, like pro badminton league, or Indian Premier League women's cricket team. Like these all generate lot of revenue, lot of employment opportunities. The kind of lot of transformation to happens along with. Here in between there was a mention about Youth Olympics. It is better if you know about what is Youth Olympics, when it was held, what was the background about it. So here the another data is that Abhinav Bindra won the nation's first ever individual gold at Beijing 2018. See, Abhinav Bindra is the first person in, means in such a long history of India, means in the Olympic after independence, he was the first person to win gold an individual event. So that will 10-meter air rifle, because in this year prelims the same question has been asked but in different way. Rashtriya uh, Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratna Award, Rajiv Khel Ratna, like some Dronacharya Award. So actually Abhinav Bindra got one of that award. So the same question has been asked in this year CDS 2 2023. The question like Abhinav Bindra won gold medal in Beijing in which of the event? 10-meter air rifle, 10-meter air pistol. Like the option is like this. It is 10-meter air rifle is the option, correct option. And the second person to win the individual gold at the International Olympics is Neeraj Chopra in javelin. We know, and the cost of hosting Tokyo Olympics is like $15.4 billion. So recently, the Australian state of Vic- Australia, one of the state, Victoria, has been in news because it cancelled the hosting of Commonwealth Games because telling that it is too much cost. We can't afford to host the games, and even the Canadian province also cancelled the 2030 games Commonwealth. We can't host. So here, especially the 2026 Canada, the Commonwealth becomes sorry in Victoria becomes important because the question may be like that: in which of the following countries or the host state cancelled the hosting of Commonwealth Games? Here we have World Food Day, October 16. Water is life, water is food. This year theme. We all know that there is saying in Telugu, Koti Vidyalu Kuti Korake. We do lots of crores of works just to make a living, just to have food, survive ultimately. So food is very essential. We even know culture, we compare food with Annapurna Devi. So so here in our YouTube videos we are not only talk of knowledge, we also talk of some social message. I urge all our audience not to waste food, never to. So to cultivate 1 kg of rice you need more than 10,000 liters of water. So you are not wasting food, you are indirectly wasting the water, you are indirectly causing the lot of environmental damage indirectly. So we must know about what is FAO, what is International Food and Agriculture Development Organization, UN World Food Program. Actually World Food Program got Nobel Prize few years before because of the humanitarian work it carries all over the world, supply of food, grains, and 60% of India's agriculture is rain fed. Imagine if there is no rain, there will be severe food shortage with the whole country. The inflation will go up. Here we must know what is inflation, what is the relation between inflation and agriculture monsoon, and what is the demand between this rain monsoon and the rural demand. So we have to interlink each one of these. So nearly 72% of global freshwater withdrawals. Nearly 72% of the global freshwater withdrawals are used for agriculture purpose only. So we can have an option like question like which of the following sector is a major consumer of water? The statement one: option A agriculture, option B industries, option C individuals or household purpose. Actually agriculture consumes lot of water, so there is a need to promote the drip irrigation, micro irrigation. So here we had another article, written article about the just war theory which we have discussed some days before, where it talks about just add below, means what are the rules of war, when a country can go for war, what should be the rules that should be followed while fighting a war. They can't attack civilians, they can't attack the like humanitarian law. Under humanitarian law they can't block food aid, water. But the present Israel is violating the every basic norm of international humanitarian law. We all know today, the yesterday, the 500 people in a hospital was military Israeli rockets landed on it. As per some news reports, we are see imagine such a horrible attacks. Today the people are dying in Gaza because of food shortages, water shortages. The Israel is controlling the whole air, water, land space. It's like an open jail for Gaza people. See here we have an international humanitarian law, and we should, which is the broad. We have question like, what is the purpose of conventions? Why do we need conventions? Why do we need international agencies? Like that questions often come in UPSC. Here, Geneva Convention of 1949 deals with war-related matters. Here we have another news item. The UN approved Kenya-led security mission to Haiti. A UN peacekeeping mission. Actually, Haiti location becomes important because the location surrounding that Haiti, because UPSC will not ask you directly the question. It will ask you the Haiti around it, the sea, which of the following sea is located, or Haiti is a. They will ask you the nearby islands are in the following countries in north to south. So we the several times the question has been asked about the relevance of peacekeeping. The UN has a mandate of UN peacekeeping in the world. So at one point of time, the peacekeepers forces have been sent to that country to maintain law and order. But one unfortunate incident happened when the UN peacekeepers forces were staying in the camp. The sewage from the camp got leaked into the water body, which was used by the Haitian citizens for drinking. So when the water was contaminated, the cholera got affected the citizens, and nearly 10,000 people died. That means UN was indirectly responsible, directly responsible for that incident. So since then, the people are fearful of UN peacekeeping forces. So we all think that peacekeeping forces are something great, bro. They're doing well, but the ground reality is that there are allegations of sexual abuse. There has been no accountability on the part of the 10,000 deaths is not a small number. Imagine the same incident had happened in America. For centuries, they will curse the UN. If that happened in European countries, even if one life in European Union goes, they will make an issue. But in the Haiti country, 10,000 people have lost their lives by mismanagement of UN peacekeepers. One small incident. So we have another article of Sri Lanka move towards RCEP. Here becomes RCEP becomes very important because few years before we refused to join regional comprehensive economic partnership, stating that our agriculture and dairy industry will affected, or the cheap Chinese products will get flooded our country. Actually, RCEP consists of ASEAN countries, which are 10, plus China, South Korea, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. So there can be no relations without economics. So India should develop the economic relations. So we see China is today a superpower because of the export market it has. So if India too has to increase its 5 trillion economy to achieve the 5 trillion economy, it has to increase the exports. Only when we export more, then the employment opportunities in our country will be generated. So there has to be then we also need to there is a need to enhance our quality of our products. There's a need to, so it's better that if you understand this matter better. Actually the Bangladesh is willing to join the RCEP because at present it has least developed country status, which means it has preferential access to certain countries and has no tariffs. But when it loses the tag by 2026, it may not have the favor tariff reduction in some countries, or by that because of that income will go down, export earnings. And here we have another news article about radiation detection equipment being installed at land border checkposts. We all know that the radioactive nuclear materials can be used to make nuclear weapons, which can prove deadly and dangerous to even countries can be threatened. So to prevent movement of radioactive materials, it has been decided to equip them with certain equipment, detection equipment. In one of the news article I found about doctors without borders. Yes, this question means like some of the international ngos becomes important, because since one of the year past Amnesty International is an international ngo, like it is located in headquarters London. Like some organizations which are news becomes important, because the Doctors Without Borders is an organization. It renders a lot of support in conflict areas, treatment of treating the injured. And we have another news article. The mountainous region of Nagorno Karabakh was in news. It was actually the Armenian settled people within Azerbaijan. They are self-ruling, but now the Azerbaijan took over that region. So the Armenians who are there in that region have fled back to Armenia. So even the Armenia was in news because it joined International Criminal Court against the wishes of Russia. So here Armenia becomes important, International Criminal Court becomes important, Nagorno Karabakh region becomes important, and even the Nagorno Karabakh region this year prelims 2023 has been asked. And we have the next article. The IOC International Olympic Committee amends Olympic Charter to strengthen its human rights commitments. So the several times see the role played with in protecting human rights. That's why IOC has suspended I think some of the I think Russia from participating in its activities. So the human rights are very basic, very important to lead a dignified life. So with this, I conclude today's quiz and the discussion of the newspaper. I hope you had got some information. I thank you all for watching this newspaper, for watching this video. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.